Hi, Karen Avila again here. I'm the Executive Director at the Rocky Mountain Raptor Program. We're excited to have you come visit us this week for our virtual open house. Every day this week, we're going to share with you a few stories, a few videos, and some information about the work that we do. Today, I want to talk to you about some of our statistics, the different types of places and things that come into our facility, and the reason why these birds are here. For 33 years, the Rocky Mountain Raptor Program has been rescuing injured and sick raptors from northern Colorado. But over the years, we've had to expand our space to take up more birds from different areas, not just Colorado. The map you see behind me tells a little bit of the direction of what we're seeing. So here in Fort Collins, we do see a lot of the birds from out east, as well as up a bit into the mountains. But what has expanded over the years is going up into Wyoming. There are no wildlife rehabilitators available in the southern part of Wyoming, and so we do see birds coming in from all over here. But also up north on the east side of the Tetons, we also see birds up from Gillette and Casper that come down here. When you consider the space in the area in which these birds come from, it's roughly about the size of Texas. That's a pretty big space for all of these birds to come to us. We cooperate with a variety of different entities and agencies to ensure that the birds can come into our center and get the help that they need. Every year, nearly 300 injured birds come to our hospital, needing care for their headaches, their broken bones, their sicknesses, and their starving stomachs. They come from all over the area. When you consider the number of birds that come into our hospital, their average stay can really only be around maybe 30 or so days. But when we consider the number of days throughout the year that we care for each individual bird, we call those bird care days. We are able to release around 77% of treatable cases back to the wild, meaning that they've survived the first few days with us. Oftentimes, birds do come in to a quiet, safe, warm place, and their spirit lets go and they pass away on their own. But if they survive 96 hours, we can release about 77% back to the wild. Now, of the birds that come to us, we see 5 species that are the top numbers of birds coming in. Great horned owls, red-tailed hawks, the most common raptors we have across the United States, as well as Swainson's hawks, American kestrel, and the Cooper's hawks too, a growing number of birds that are coming in from the Cooper's hawk family. So those 5 birds populate the most. But when you consider all of the types of raptors that can be found in Colorado, depending on season, we really are looking at 29 different species. It's astonishing how many birds can come into our center. Some days it's quiet and we see maybe 1 case. Other days we can see up to 5 birds come into our facility in just 1 day. So you can imagine how our busy summer months can be a little bit harried when the time really does get rolling. Along with rehabilitation, we also provide education within our communities, not just here in northern Colorado, but also still up into Wyoming too. And on average, in normal years, not COVID years, we were doing around 156 days of education, sharing the beauty of these birds, but also their importance within our environment. These wonderful creatures are indicator species that indicate the health of the habitats in which they live. As we start to see development happen, humans moving into the area, and loss of space, we do see a loss of places and spaces for wild animals to live. But in that education, we teach not only how we can help these beautiful birds, but what we can do the most of is protecting those spaces where they live.